Hello everybody, welcome back. We're on to game number 3 of this best of 3 series between EGMachine, our pink Zerg player, and mouzStrelok, our red Terran player. Last game we saw Strelok pull out a victory just by the hair on his chin on Blistering Sands map he picked, I'm assuming, and of course we actually had EGMachine lose last game, so I'm assuming he picked Scrap Station as a Zerg player. That would make pretty much sense. So EGMachine basically having home field advantage, I guess you could say, on this map. Unless Strelok has some pretty cool strategy. We may see, he's been playing pretty, I mean, his Lost Temple strat was pretty common, but the way he played Blistering Sand was kind of odd. Most Terran players don't go for that type of play. At least I don't prefer that type of play. But, so Strelok going for a, is he going out for, yeah, going out for a scout. About the time when your barracks is about halfway complete. I kind of like to go for that scouting. Unless you want to go for a expansion block, then you have to go much sooner. But he's going to go for a pretty standard opening, get the refinery up and going, get that barracks going, and Machine probably going to go for more of a macro style play, as he's been doing every single game. So, like I said, tied at 1-1 right now, so this is for the World Champion, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what event this is, unfortunately. Yeah, just got pretty much basic stuff going on. I hope my screen looks a little bit brighter. I've turned up the brightness and gamma of my Starcraft, so hopefully it looks a little bit brighter. I've been messing around with some rendering stuff to get 1080p working and looking very good. So hopefully you appreciate that also. And what do we got here is a factory being placed, so Strelok going to go for a tech build. We got 2 gas up and going, so maybe we'll go for another third drop, maybe we'll go for some type of Banshee play. And what do we got here? A reactor. Okay, so we'll probably see Hellions come out of this factory, more than likely. That'll probably be a pretty good idea to go for that. And we have the SCV scouting around. Let's check out what he sees. He sees what do we got up here? Spawning pool, 4-minute spawning pool, and a queen coming out. Both those queens coming out at the exact same time. He does have this hatchery finished, but there we go. There goes the transfer. He was a little late on that transfer, as opposed to all the other games that we've seen him play. He's been pretty good with the transfer. And has an Overlord down here watching this bottom expansion. Very important as a Zerg player to know if your opponent expands, because when your opponent expands, you can pretty much have a big sigh of relief, sit back and relax and go, okay, put up an expansion. It's going to be, you know, a little bit before he can attack, more than likely. And he's going to pull this Overlord back. He may move this Overlord up in a position to suicide into Strelok's base, because right now his vision is limited to just the factory. And the Hellions are going to be out pretty soon. They're going to be knocking on the door of EGMachine's base. He's got a Zergling. He's probably going to run up to the front of his front of Strelok's base, and he's going to see these Hellions drive right on by him. So the starport is just about finished, and the Hellions are out, and Machine is kind of hanging there right on a little bit of the gas. Interesting place to hide for, because you can't see anything on the right side here, but you can see the stuff in the front, so you might just drive on by it and then get over here in this position and completely forget it. But those 2 Hellions are just about to finish. We got a tech lap on the starport, and these Hellions are going to run out. He actually A-moved instead of move click. Saw that Zergling, fried it nice and crispy, so we're probably going to see a... actually, there we go. We already have the 1 spine crawler being placed, but that's not going to be enough, because he's going to have to deal with this down here in this position on his natural expansion, these Hellions. And 8 Zerglings are coming out. This map makes it extremely hard to defend against Hellions on, just because you don't have like a high ground ramp where you can get that surround on like we saw him do with last game. Pushed up there and just going straight in there and not even running past it. I'm surprised he just didn't run right past that, run right past that spine crawler. Instead of taking that hit, he could have just ran past it, went up here, and just done some damage. But maybe he's waiting for this Banshee to show up. Cloak is about 50% done. And EGMachine trying to get us around those Zerglings, but no Strelok paying too much attention. And EGMachine sacrificed some Zerglings for that attempt. Not too many Zerglings, I think 5 or 6 died there. And we can check out this Banshee. He's moving up here in a striking position. Second Banshee coming out, so we may see him going for a push. A barracks being placed there next to that reactor, so we'll probably see a bunch of Marines coming out. Tech lab on there, probably get upgrades for those Marines. Banshee just waiting patiently. Hellions waiting patiently. And I think we're going to have a very... specific two-prong attack going on here. He's gonna have to pull both the queens back to deal with this Banshee, and we have a Baneling nest being built and actually running away with the Hellions. Kind of confused about that. So this Banshee just has free roaming now, and these Hellions are kind of not even attacking. Now would be a great time to go in for an attack. Actually, the second queen is out, so Machine should be fine as soon as Overseer comes out. So rather than, he lost a couple drones. Too many drones lost. Wow, 9 drones. Maybe one of those was circling. But not going for a two-prong attack, just harassing with the Banshee. And let's see if he's going to be smart. Pull this Banshee over here, and then bring the second Banshee in from the right. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's sneaky. He's pulling this Overseer over here to the right. And this is going to give him a whole bunch of free kills. In with the second Banshee. Smart, Strelok. You're a devious man. And this Banshee's going to sneak away with 23 life. Oh, and he's going to be able to repair it. And this one up here is getting kills. 3 kills on this one. And 14 kills on this one. So Strelok with a very, very nice Banshee harass. The economy of Machine has to be in the toilet after such a long amount of lost mining and drones. And what do we got here? It looks like an expansion is being placed for Strelok. So Strelok with a very good Banshee harass. Looks like he's transferring, what's the word I'm looking for? Everybody's yelling it. I can hear him. I'll think of it a little bit. Transitioning. There we go. Transitioning into, looks like Marines. Yeah, a bunch of Marines getting that stim pack upgrade, getting a Raven, more than likely for point defense drone to deal with Muta. And just probably gonna get some Marine upgrades up here and throw up an expansion. So Strelok is in a pretty good position. We can check the economy, 34-31. So really making him pay. Just lost all of his income advantage due to that really good timing harass, and Machine is a little bit behind in tech, as where Strelok is teched up pretty far. Both these Banshees still alive. Banshees that are alive are so much more valuable than dead Banshees. So people, keep the Banshees alive. Don't go for 1 extra kill when you can just keep the Banshee alive and get 50 extra kills later. So much more effective. So, and especially if the Banshees are alive, it's just something that you have to keep in mind. For the Zerg player, it's like, okay, I have to keep in mind there's Banshees out. I'm maybe probably a little bit more defensive instead of going on the offensive. And here we go, we have some offensive going on right now. So doing a little bit of picking and poking with these Muta, and there are quite a bit. Oh, throwing down an auto turret really quick. I think that was a little bit premature. Unfortunately, he's going to go down here and scout. And what he's going to see, he's going to see an expansion. Viking just kind of hanging out is going to get picked off very quickly. And an Overseer, I guess that's for picking off Banshees maybe. But trying to kill this orbital, rallying, actually cancel that SCV and lifting it up, but they can still attack air. Let's see if he's going to drop a changeling in here, go for some corruption. It'd be a really smart idea to throw down some corruption on those medevacs. And Muta's pretty good effective harass from Machine. I don't think he lost a single unit. It's caused quite a bit of damage, and he needs to micro that one Muta back. No, he doesn't. Loses the Muta, unfortunately. Large amount of SCV transfer. I guess these SCVs didn't get the memo. There are Muta at the natural. Here comes some Marines to deal with it, and oh no, Machine not paying attention, loses 3 Muta. Oh no, he could have. Wow, that beautiful harass went so sour there at the end. And oh man, I think we just had this Banshee going for another attack, but it looks like those Queens were dealing with it on top of it. They had this Overseer here and a second Overseer here. So Machine does more than enough, and we have a second of this other Banshee down here. So these 2 Banshees are spread out all over the map. Just waiting for a spot to go in for an attack. So let's go back to the income tab. 44-33, but Strelok is in the lead for the time being until these drones get over here and resaturate that base. Tank down here at the natural. Stop against any type of Zerglings or something like that being repositioned. We may see Strelok go for an attack. He fought off that Muta harass fairly well, and do we have a Baneling Nest? Yeah, we do have a Baneling Nest. Baneling speed is finished. No upgrades yet for Machine. Spreading this creep around around the edges of his base, pretty smart idea, so your Queens can move faster to deal with the Banshees. And here we have an attack. The Muta is trying to test the limits of Strelok's base, but he has 2 missile turrets up here on the right, on the left side of his base. And Machine just going to do a little bit of an annoying tactic. Forces a stim, and contaminates that barracks. And he's shooting his own barracks. He hates contamination. This tank is like, get that Zerg shit off my base. And finally decided, getting orders from Strelok himself to stop shooting the barracks, dude. It's not cool. People inside are, that's bad enough. They're inside the contaminated base. Stop shooting it. So the contaminate finally wears off, and Marines are now back in production. A lot of tech labs being placed down. Reactor, tech lab, and an armory. Armory more than likely is going to be for the Thor. Use some Thors out to deal with these Muta. And one Banshee trying to get home. Looks like he's going to be picked off there. There we go. He's going to get picked off. So the Captain Banshee with 19 kills is going to go down with the ship. Dies in the sky. And 2 Changeling Marines are going to go do a little bit of spy reconnaissance mission. At the same time, we got an expansion down here at the gold base for Strelok. Strelok at this point does have pretty good map control, and these are they going to sneak in unnoticed? Strelok, yeah, he's splitting them up, and yep, looks like they're going to get in and scout everything out. We have quite a few Marines for Strelok, actually. Let's check the unit tab. 38 Marines, 1 Raven, 1 Banshee, 48 SCVs to 50 drones, 16 Muta, 21 Zerglings. Check the food count, 113 food for Strelok, 107. Oh, actually losing a Muta right there. Very large number of Marines. Definitely won't be able to engage that with those Muta until he gets some Banelings. So Machine just macroing up, has a bunch of Zerglings, and it's making 16 more. He's going to take down these rocks and trying to harass some more with these, and using this changeling for vision, just to keep an eye on the position of those Marines who now have 1 attack upgrade. Really like the use of the changeling to spot for Mutas so they know when they can go and attack, and that type of stuff. So pretty cool stuff right there. And this third base for Strelok is a little bit behind Machines, but he's going to move down. Where is he going to take this buddy to? More than likely, let's see if he's going to take it here or back here. He hasn't placed it yet. He's just kind of flying it around. And these Zerglings, we might see, actually, we have 18 Banelings morphing somewhere, so 18 Banelings and a whole boatload of Zerglings are going to be coming out for an attack, so we're going to see Machine go on the offensive. We have tanks set up, Thor up, and oh, he's unsieging his tanks at probably the worst time in the entire game. He's going to have to siege them up very quickly. Siege him, Strelok. Oh no, this is terrible. Oh, this is extremely bad. Baneling stim, he's going to have to run away from those Banelings, trying to put some micro, but all gets melted. Still has quite a few Marines. Didn't kill it. There he goes. He's sending the Zerglings back in, and point defense drone went down. But oh my gosh, talk about horrible timing. Strelok completely just got slaughtered because he didn't have his tanks in siege mode. And oh no, Strelok, poor Strelok. Putting down his expansion, and did he actually scout this expansion down here at the bottom? He did scout the expansion. I guess he scanned it a little while ago, and he's now on the offensive. But we got some Muta coming up here. Going to do some cleanup. Only 5 Marines still down here. A big SCV transfer going on. Is he going to get all those SCVs focusing the point defense drone? Marines are dying and stimming to run away. Unfortunately, the SCVs can't stim. He's going to focus down the SCVs or the tanks. Tanks would probably be a smart idea. Banelings, Zerglings coming in from the back. So EGMachine trading his third base for basically the entire base of... Oh, raising up the supply depot. Very nice. Focusing the supply depot, getting those Zerglings in. And Strelok is going to lose so many units. Oh, where there go all the tanks, there go all the Marines, and the production facilities of Strelok are then now not looking so hot. He's not going to be able to muster an army out of any of that. What other reinforcements we got? We got quite a few Marines. 20 Marines, actually 18 Marines. And he's trying to get up here, stimming, getting back to his base. He's got enough for a point defense drone. Tried to get that tank out, didn't make it. And there we go. Oh, the Muta are not paying attention. They just all get murdered. And those Muta just melt in the sky, not in your hands. And wow, Strelok trying to put his base back in order. We have a couple Zerglings down here. Is he actually going to lose his orbital command? Just 1 or 2 Zerglings down here, getting a bunch of kills. That guy's a slayer. He's a big boy. Predator for that guy. And he's got 4 kills. This orbital command is going to try and get repaired. A tank, actually on a rally there, he's going to kill that Zergling. And Strelok is now on tilt, I think, at this point. He's got a planetary fortress calling down 4 mules, trying to get his economy going, but Machine has been pretty steady on those 2 bases, so and his production facilities have been not compromised. So we've got some Banelings and Zerglings sneaking here. He's splitting up, very good split up, trying to get some around, taking out all those. He really should just pick them up in the medevac. That would totally prevent him from getting killed, but no, he doesn't think of that, unfortunately. There we got the GG. And so the Zerg wins on Scrap Station. Congratulations to the EGMachine winning this 2-1 with some 3 very, very good games. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. Comment on my YouTube channel, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think of like the video quality with the brightness, that type of stuff. Because I'm tweaking things to get it make the viewing quality as pleasurable to you as it can be. And anything else, just want to let me know. Send me a comment on YouTube. Anyways, I'm going to cast some more games, so check my channel out for those. Later.